In German, there is a rigid, factual reality, and then there is a mechanism you can shift to navigate polite imagination. Germans do not rely on completely different vocabulary to soften a demand or dream up a hypothetical situation. Instead, they shift into a specific grammatical structure called Konjunktiv II. By the end of this video, you will construct 3 functional B1 to B2 level sentences, a polite request, a wish, and a hypothetical scenario, ready for immediate use. To operate this machine, you need exactly 2 prerequisites: a basic grasp of standard German word order and a familiarity with the simple past tense, known as the Präteritum. Konjunktiv II is a social requirement for polite interaction. It provides the primary way to move past blunt statements so you can navigate professional and social environments with the appropriate level of courtesy. We begin with the simplest bypass. Instead of memorizing complex verb conjugations for every situation, you can create polite requests using the helper verb werden. This diagram shows a standard, factual statement built in the indicative. Ich helfe dir, I help you. It is direct and blunt. To soften this, our first mechanical shift is taking that main action verb, helfe, reverting it to its raw infinitive form, helfen, and pushing it to the absolute end of the sentence. That move leaves the second position completely empty. We fill this gap by dropping in the Konjunktiv II form of our helper verb, würde. The structure locks into place. Ich würde dir helfen. Going forward, keep this exact visual formula in mind. Blue for the conjugated helper verb in position 2, and orange for the infinitive firmly parked at the end. Take a moment to audit your work. Confirm that the blue verb matches your subject, and that the orange action verb sits exactly at the final boundary of your sentence. This würde construction is an incredibly efficient linguistic shortcut. It grants you an immediate layer of politeness and flexibility without requiring you to learn a unique conjugation for every verb in the dictionary. Actions can be bypassed with würde, but states of being are different. The verbs sein, to be, and haben, to have, reject that shortcut. They demand their own specific mechanical transformation. This split-screen diagram illustrates the foundational step for these 2 verbs. On the left, we start entirely in historical reality, using their simple past tense forms, ich war am Strand and wir hatten Zeit. To detach these sentences from factual history, we execute a structural shift. We drop an umlaut directly onto the main vowels. Finally, we apply a quick polish. If the new word doesn't already end in an E, we add one. Wer becomes wäre. The sentences slide over into the space of imagination. Notice the massive divergence in meaning here. Wir hatten Zeit means we previously possessed time. Wir hätten Zeit means we currently wish we possessed time. A few dots completely rewrite the reality of the sentence. This is a primary failure point. Omitting the umlaut traps your listener in a story about the past, rather than expressing a present desire. The umlaut is a functional piece of grammar. It serves as the literal bridge connecting a factual history to a desired reality. Our third construction brings these tools together. By applying Konjunktiv II to modal verbs like können and müssen, you can brainstorm hypothetical scenarios and soften your suggestions. Modifying these modals requires you to deploy both mechanisms we just covered, the umlaut drop on the modal itself and the verb kick to the end of the sentence. This diagram shows the master structural formula. Your subject comes first, followed by your blue modal verb equipped with an umlaut, your object, and finally the orange raw infinitive holding the boundary. Let's run the factual past sentence, wir könnten ins Kino gehen, through the formula. The umlaut drops onto the O to create könnten, and gehen locks firmly into the final bracket. When building these yourself, run a strict self-audit. Verify the presence of the umlaut in position 2, and confirm your raw verb sits at the exact end. This specific modal structure is a cornerstone of professional German. It neutralizes aggressive demands, converting them into collaborative, polite suggestions. This diagram summarizes your new toolset. Here are the 3 structures stacked cleanly together. Ich würde dir helfen, ich hätte gern mehr Zeit, und wir könnten das später machen. You now have the structural framework needed to handle polite requests, express desires, and propose ideas in German. These 3 structures provide plug-and-play templates. Deploy them immediately in your emails, in your professional meetings, and your daily conversations. Step up to the machine yourself. Go to the comments and build your own sentence about what you would do with €1,000,000. Use the Ich würde formula to test your word order. Grammatical fluency isn't just about accumulating vocabulary, it is about mastering the underlying mechanisms that project your intent.